my thing with Chris is he's one of the most reliable people I have ever known in my life and will ever know in my life. He looks at you when he talks. He doesn't make you feel stupid. He doesn't make you feel less than. Sometimes you see on the commercials, you feel like these lawyers are these big, massive corporation crushers and big, but he's a normal person. He's a simple, normal person that just wants to help you however he can. There's a lot of times where we've asked him about things, and you know, don't worry, Paulie, I'll take care of it. Don't worry about it. But he's very knowledgeable. He doesn't just throw paperwork at you and have you sign it. He explains everything in detail. It's a pleasurable process. So my family and I were at a campground for our first camping trip. We just bought an RV, drove it from Florida. And the second day there, my son was on a dunk tank where other kids could dunk other kids in the tank, and it was about 9 feet high. And he was coming out of the tank. The seat didn't lock properly the way it's supposed to. He put his hand on it, and it completely flipped over. He went head over the dunk tank as he was climbing out and landed on his wrist. Had a major dislocation in his wrist and fracture. It basically popped his wrist out of socket and put it back above the radius and ulna. Immediately I called Chris up because I said, there's got to be something here. I'm going to have to deal with medical bills. I'm going to have to deal with co-payments. I'm going to have to deal with the ambulance fee. I was sad to know that somebody had to be responsible because I didn't want to put this on anybody else, but I couldn't afford to pay the bills myself. I had to have a responsible party, which is why I called Chris up. There was no other option for me. Insurance didn't want to pay for anything because it happened at a location. It was an injury sustained from someone else's negligence. So the only person I knew to call was Chris. I called him up and he took me in for a consult. It was a nice discussion, and his process was very easy. Had to sign a couple of papers after he explained them, and that was it. He took it to the insurance company, and I didn't have to worry about a penny for anything. Just his smile and his easygoing demeanor. He doesn't get upset about anything. He's very, very, very happy. You don't see that in a lot of people. That's the most important thing. You can't buy that. Him making us feel comfortable was the number one piece that made it all click. Coincidentally, my sister needed a lawyer. She was going through a terrible divorce. 2 kids. She moved in with my parents. My father was on his deathbed. Most difficult time in her life. We felt the same pain she felt. I told my sister to call Chris and he will take care of everything. She called Chris and he made her feel at ease. As long as the process was, he kept her up to date and he made her feel comfortable, and he helped her through her divorce to where she got what she wanted in the divorce. I had fallen. It was a slip and fall case.
At work?
On my way to work. And there was a sheet of ice. Didn't see it. What happened was the night before, it rained. That early morning, it was in the 20s. Everything became ice. The place we were at did not put any sand, salt, anything to have a grip. You're walking in a herd, so you can't really see in front of you. And my whole leg went out from under me, and I dislocated my kneecap. I was taken by ambulance to the hospital, had to have surgery for it. Again, I called Chris because I knew at fault of someone else, insurance isn't going to pay. Again, Chris said, Paulie will take care of it. Paul will take care of it. Chris, again, with his comfort level, I didn't have to worry about anything while I was recovering from my injury. Chris made things easy.